The Cellcast is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Cellcast.
Reactions.
Joining me today is a man who, well, it's going to be a long, long time till touchdown brings him back again to find he's not the man they think he is at home. Oh, no, he's a rocket man. Welcome, Jacob.
Clever. Why, thank you. Let me introduce our co-host, the man who, it's just looking for a way to get back to home. That's all he's looking for. Welcome, Drew.
How are you doing, Jacob?
Man, I'm doing very well.
Yeah, that's good. I'm doing well. Good as well. Well as good. Something. Anyway, today we are going to be doing a reaction to the first Disney Pixar film to make it back into theaters since COVID.
Woo-hoo!
Lightyear.
Woo!
Which honestly, this was the one we kept saying. Look, if you're gonna be mean to Pixar on these other three movies, Lightyear's the one you need to be back in theater.
Yes, agreed. Because it's bringing a iconic character, Buzz Lightyear, from Toy Story into its own story.
Well, the way I'm seeing this is the movie that the Buzz Lightyear toy was based on.
Exactly.
Or the reboot of the movie that the Buzz Lightyear toy was based on.
Right.
Which means that Tim Allen is officially knockoff Chris Evans.
Oh my gosh!
You hadn't thought of that, have you?
Yeah, I've heard.
You're a toy collector. You know how some of these things are. Where it's obviously not the voice actor.
Oh yeah.
Or the person from the show that recorded this line. It was someone who's doing the best they can.
Of course.
Tim Allen is that to Chris Evans.
It's like
at this point.
If you look at it in that particular scope, yes. I like the idea that this is. Buzz Lightyear in this movie is not the Buzz Lightyear the toy.
Right.
It's a completely different character.
I mean, yeah, the other way to look at this is that Buzz Lightyear, assuming Toy Story 1 takes place the same year it came out, 1995, this is the rebooted version of the story that came from. This is the Star Trek 2009 to Toy Story's Star Trek.
Okay.
Kind of a thing.
Interesting.
That's how I'm looking at it. It's like, This is the not the serious reboot, but it's like, this is the reboot.
Okay.
This is, we took this from being, or maybe a better way to look at it.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay.
Because this is my thought. It had to have been a Saturday morning cartoon back in, possibly Buzz Lightyear of Star Command that we got on Disney Channel back in the day.
Possible, yes.
This, if that is that version of Buzz Lightyear, then the Lightyear we're about to go see would be the MCU equivalent, which makes it really appropriate that Chris Evans is the voice.
From Captain Marvel to Buzz Lightyear.
Captain America, but yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Captain Marvel was Brie Larson. I don't think she's in this movie.
No, I don't think. If she is, it's going to be really interesting.
That would be hilarious, considering the conversation.
Yes.
Once again, for those who don't know, we have not seen the movie yet. This is just us
reaction.
hoping. This section is our hopes as to what we're going to see. And what I want to see is a fun spacefaring adventure that gets me hyped up and makes me feel like a 12-year-old. That's what I want.
Okay.
I don't need a super serious. I don't need this to be Star Wars The Last Jedi. I want this to be Force Awakens.
Okay. Just something fun.
Just something fun.
Okay. I'm looking forward
considering there's a robotic cat as a character.
Oh my gosh. I'm at the
named Socks.
Socks.
Named after, is it a cat? It was a presidential cat that was named Socks.
Yes.
Historically, was it Nixon's?
I'm not sure. I think it was.
I'm gonna have to look that up. You keep talking.
Either or. What I'm looking forward to this film. I've seen all the trailers going up to it, and this thing here and there. We're not gonna talk about the big stupid things people are just going on and on
it's
about.
Bill Clinton's cat.
Bill Clinton's cat. Okay.
How could I forget?
It's President Bill Clinton's cat named Socks.
Except Socks, as we plainly see here, was a tuxedo And the robotic one in the movie is a Tabby.
Bee.
So, yeah. Robo-Tabby.
Robo-Tabby. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this film. I'm looking forward to, like Drew said, kind of a fun adventure story. I'm looking forward to see if they do anything really in depth with Buzz. I'd be like listening to all the buzz about the film and what people are saying about the film.
Pun not intended.
Yeah, exactly. But just the adventure of it, the story, the character development, the character growth. Because it's the idea. Because like we said before, but like this is this Buzz Lightyear is not the toy Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
So Chris Evans'
not even
Buzz is not Tim Allen's toy.
Yeah,
Tim Allen's
it's not
toy
even
version.
the same proportions on the look of the character.
Yeah. And heck, it'd be like if
this Buzz looks taller proportionally than Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I actually did just watch the documentary on Disney Plus that goes into the making of this film.
I haven't done that much because I wanted no spoilers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But continue.
But I'd be like, yeah, I'm extremely looking forward to this film. There are things that people are saying about this film and blah 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 blah, and trying not to make that color my my judgment on this film,
right?
And just trying to go into the film open minded, and looking forward to a fun film that is going to, like Drew said, make me feel like a 12-year-old again, or an 11-year-old or 10-year-old, and in the experience of the film, and also see if we can see some character growth, some character development in this character, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, and just see how fun, like if this is a fun movie or is it we're just gonna drag you in the mud kind of film. But
we've had both. We've reacted to both.
We have reacted to both. So I'm looking I'm being very positive to this film, even though the perimeter stuff, what everyone's saying about the film and blah blah blah, the quote unquote controversies about the film. I'm just looking forward to watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's how we're both looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's pretty much all we need to say before we head to the theater.
Exactly.
So join us when we get back, and we will get to talking about Lightyear.
The Cellcast would like to thank the following patrons: Josh Adams, Ashley Cronin Bitter. To get your name on the show, plus uncut episodes, early access to the Cellcast Plus reviews, and special art from Jacob, please donate to us on Patreon.
This podcast is a proud member of Culture Box. Whether you enjoy geeky reviews, comedy, or original fiction, you can open up the Culture Box and find something excellent for your soul. Point your web browser to culturebox.media.
Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture-infused devotional, their podcast Com Talk, another podcast where they talk about bad movies called Bottom Shelf, and another podcast where they read books, allegedly. And there are written articles, all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com. This show is a part of Pop Americana. For more great shows like this one, please check the link in the episode description. Do you like Star Wars? I don't just mean the original trilogy. Along with that, I mean the prequels, the sequels, the anthologies, the animated shows, and of course, who doesn't like Baby Yoda? Well, if you've been in the fandom for any length of time, you know how toxic the fandom can get. And if you'd like to be able to discuss a galaxy far, far away in a much more positive light, might I suggest searching out The Outer Rim, a Facebook group dedicated to all of Star Wars, and check out their YouTube channel, which you can easily find at Pop Americana, which the podcast you're currently listening to is also a part of. To find that and more, check out the link in the description. And we're back from the theater.
In a very interesting twist of turns. And
yeah, see, we initially intended to just go down the street to the local theater here in town, but literally, right before we left, the power had a quick surge. And by the time we got down there, even though power was back on at the apartment, or it never really went off, but
no,
it just was either way, it was off at the movie theater. So we were going to wait. At first we thought we might, I thought, well, I guess we'll have to wait to do this next week. But then you suggested, no, wait, why don't we just go to Tyler?
Yeah.
And watch it there. And says, oh, okay, that'll work. So we went to Tyler an hour later and then watched it. So yeah, it's been 4 hours.
Yes.
Since we recorded the whatever we call that first section.
Yes. Now you know the rest of the story.
Yes. So, spoiler free. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
This is an enjoyable film. Be like it's worth a watch. I would definitely recommend not thinking. Be like, oh, this is gonna be Buzz Lightyear from the 4 Toy Story movies.
Yeah.
It's a
different character.
It's a different character, completely different character. Be like there's like obviously be like there's a lot of lines and a lot of homages. Like even Chris Evans, who voices this character.
This isn't the spoiler, but literally like the first 2 lines on screen when the movie starts is, in 1995, a young boy named Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy after watching the movie. Watching a movie.
Yeah.
This is that movie. And then the movie starts.
Yeah. Which I thought was a very good like nod to that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, where was this movie in 1995?
Yeah, especially considering the differences, some political differences that have changed since 1995.
A little bit. But like overall, but like this is a really good movie. It's got some. I mean, like it tugs at your heartstrings quite a few moments. It's got this. You. What am I trying to say? You can't do everything alone. Be like you gotta have like a buddy. You gotta have.
It's about learning to trust your team.
Yeah, but trusting others.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's a very well done film, very well executed. It's got more of the like heavy sci-fi. The mechanics in this film is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, there's a lot of good mechanical and animation in this.
Yeah, so yeah, highly recommend this film. Highly recommend it. What do you think?
For some reason, I have a hankering for an icy or a slushy, because that's kind of what that energy cell looked like before he turned it into he solidified it.
Yeah, that is true.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, like agreed.
It's just that weird thing that was crossing my mind there. The movie is very well done for what it is. It is a nice little space opera, sci-fi epic.
Gritty.
I don't know how gritty it is. I mean, it's still kind of there's a little bit of dark to it, but mostly it's a fun movie.
Yeah, agreed.
There are some hard sci-fi elements in there, but it's very
agreed.
Space opera-y also. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun, enjoyable movie. I liked most of the characters. I kind of saw the ending coming from about halfway through the movie.
Okay.
Not all of the ending. There was one twist I did not see coming.
Really?
Involving a certain character.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'll get into that later.
Okay, got it.
There was one of those that I did not see coming in its explanation, but it kind of makes sense, especially, and I'm curious how that would work, like going forward, if it's really still that character.
Obviously,
that they come up against.
Yeah, I think if the character you're referring to, that would be like interesting.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, I kind of want to see Buzz Lightyear of Star Command again now.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think this was meant in any way to tie into that at all.
Well, it was what I've read.
Yeah.
What I've read is be like it was kind of an inspiration or a jumping off point.
It was probably intended to. There might have been some inspiration come from that, but they went and did their own thing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like an entirely different continuity unless somehow it hooks back into itself. But I don't really see it doing that.
Yeah, because what I read, what I read was the director himself be like he worked on that series and he worked on the direct to video movie that came from that.
Yeah, the
And so-
pilot.
I think it was the pilot. Yeah, the pilot, and there was a movie. But it was like he wanted to do a Buzz Lightyear film. Even Tim Allen had the original voice of Buzz Lightyear had shown interest, and so but like this is like years in the making. Started back in like 2000, 2001, and this is a movie that was kind of like spitballed, and it's like, okay, here's my idea. Let's shelve it for a while, and lo and behold, 2022 be like we finally get the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of influence from that almost I guess you would call it a forgotten TV show.
I don't know. I don't think it was that forgotten, because I remember when this movie was being initially advertised, there were a lot of people who were talking about, how is it going to work with Buzz Lightyear,
right.
Star Command, and everything.
Yeah.
But and I'll tell you this right now, from what I remember, these are not the characters from Buzz Lightyear of Star Command that are his squad.
Right.
So because they are more alien-esque in
That's
that
true.
show.
That's true.
And the robot is not a cat in that show.
Oh, sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a fun movie.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, you should go give it a watch. It was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Agreed. All right.
Ready
so-
to jump into the spoiler filled
Oh
section?
yeah, let's jump into this adventure.
Especially since we just danced around a big spoiler for a couple
Oh
minutes.
yes, we did.
All right. The following is a spoiler-filled reaction to the movie Lightyear. Listener discretion is advised. So about evil Emperor Zurg actually being old Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's the thing I didn't see coming.
Huh.
I admit there was a part there where I was half expecting it to actually be like socks with a computer virus that somehow got turned into a giant robot.
Okay, here was my thought. I thought it was the new commander. Be like, it was just like later in the future he had gone so cold-hearted, or like he had hardened his heart so much that he he went out into space and found this evil empire and became its dictator. And I was like, okay, that would have been interesting. But that twist that it's actually older Buzz.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is like I still don't understand how you get Zurg from Buzz other than the Z at the end. I know that's just all the robots can say, but I don't know. Still calling him Zurg didn't make a lot of sense.
I can see where they do it and be like, yeah, Buzz, Zurg. Like,
Yeah.
It kind of fits a little bit. It's a little bit of a jump to get there.
Yeah.
But there again, we're dealing with a science fiction movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing I can kind of let go.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of questions I have about this universe, because obviously those were not, I'm going to say Zurg, even though it's not actually Zurg.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not his ship or his robots. He says he borrowed them.
Yeah.
Which is code for stole, because this is a Buzz Lightyear who has gone to the dark side.
Pretty much.
Doing everything he can to finish this mission. That's the thing. Both Buzz Lightyears are trying to fix the mistake that they made.
Yes.
At the beginning of the film, when he did not accept help from Hawthorne.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to get to a point where he realizes the mission is finished because we found a home and we've made a home.
Yeah, agreed.
It may not have been home to me because I was always trying to get us back out there, but they found it. They kind of made a home here, and they were able to eventually tame the wildlife and the vines.
Yeah.
And they made a home there, and that's why, you can't really, at that point, it's like, this is the life you got to go with it. It's not really that bad.
Yeah.
Other than now you've got an evil emperor who's trying to take over everything, except it's not evil emperor. It's the Buzz Lightyear who's like, doesn't care about this life that has grown up around this area. And, is just doing his best to get back there to reset it.
Yeah. It's the idea that, like Buzz he's so consumed with correcting his error. He's so, I mean, like he's got this, soldier mentality. Be like, we're still in the mission. We still got to finish. We still got to fix this, no matter the cost.
Yeah.
Be like, he lost like what, 80 years?
Over 100 years.
Over 100 years trying to fix this problem.
Yeah.
And it'd be like he realized, be like he basically saw his best friend wither away and die.
Yeah.
And that was touching. It was heartbreaking to see that. And I was like, and it was just more be like, she still believed in him even into her dying days.
Yeah.
I thought that was really touching. And there's some really, really good moments. It's where Hawthorne, the Izzy, that's her name.
Yeah,
Izzy.
Izzy.
Yeah, Izzy. Izzy is she's trying to be like her grandmother, but she lacks the confidence. She lacks all these different things that she's
got astrophobia. She's literally scared of space.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I can understand that to a degree, but you still wanted to be a space ranger.
Sure. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much of this movie that's so well done. But like you're talking about like the simple mechanics of everything. Be like you look at like the way they do weapons, the way they do mechanics, the way they do machines, the way they do flight, the way they do like everything has mechanics behind it. And someone who has a mechanical mind would be like, oh my gosh, I'd be like, I'm digging this.
Yeah.
Can we pause and just watch that for a second? And then be like Socks.
Yes, Socks the cat.
Socks the cat.
They did that character beautifully.
Oh yeah. It was the point that I almost busted out laughing is where oh crap. Izzy be like she Socks rolls over and he's purring.
Yes.
And Buzz is like, what's going on? Is he broken? It's like, no, he's just purring. He's happy. It's like, what? Are you okay?
I think he likes it.
Yeah.
Do you like it? I think I like it.
But it's such a well done movie. The story itself is very well done. It's a man like I said before, it's a man trying to correct his errors in his past, and it's be like I've got to do everything alone. I'd be like I can't depend on anybody.
Yeah,
because if I don't depend on anybody, be like I have to correct the error I made, and when he meets his older self, who's become Zurg, he comes to that revelation that it's like, if I let this happen, be like everything that all these people have lived through will be for nothing. Now, granted, would that mean the mission is complete? Everybody gets to go home? Yes. But everybody who lived those lives is no longer in existence.
Yeah.
Like Izzy no longer exists. None of these characters exist.
If he goes back in time and causes them not to exist in some way, he's killing them.
Yeah, he is.
That's the thing that Buzz
he's causing
had to
genocide.
realize.
Yeah.
Changing the timeline that drastically this is why time travel is something you should not ever do if it ever becomes possible. And I pray it never becomes possible.
True.
But you don't know what changes that you'll make to the timeline. I mean, just think if evil Emperor Zurg had not come back, he would turn into evil Emperor Zurg.
Yeah, eventually.
Here, at least, he met up and got a squad.
Yeah.
To fight back against, the evil, to go out into space with later because they became a group.
Yeah.
They learned to trust each other.
Agreed. The point where when Socks be like he stuns the older Buzz.
You've got 5 minutes.
You got 5 minutes. I was like, wait. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And the point that like my heart nearly like broke. It's just like when Zurg stomps, the older Socks. The old Socks. I'm like,
no.
You monster!
That is a great way to be able to use the character death and still use the character later.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, you feel for that cat, because he is the same. unlike everyone, unlike the Buzzes, he's the same socks pretty much.
Yeah.
Just with time difference.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I prefer this Buzz to the other Buzz. I'm going to help you. I just gave you 5 minutes. Hurry up and get out of here.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, like this is a movie worth watching. That I'll definitely, when this movie comes to, either when it comes to Disney Plus, which it eventually will, probably like another month and a half or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Or when it comes to physical release on Blu-ray, I will definitely be picking this up. Be like, now, would you consider this part of the Toy Story franchise or Toy Story universe?
This is
or
tangential, I would say. You don't really need to see any of the Toy Story stuff
No,
to get to understand this.
but it helps.
It helps, especially when, they are actually saying lines from Toy Story.
Verbatim.
It's like, okay, yeah, that works. And it's amazing how close when he's saying those lines that Chris Evans sounds like Tim Allen.
Oh yeah,
I will say that. Like I said before, this is I was right in guessing that this was the movie that the toys were based on, which does technically make Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear the knockoff voice, as I said before.
true.
So, you don't have to watch the Toy Stories to get this, but it will help.
Mm-hmm.
There was a small part of me that kind of hoped there might be more throwbacks to the other Toy Story characters, but honestly, that would not have made sense in the film that they presented us.
True.
So, actually, I just realized something.
What's that?
I never caught who John Ratzenberger played.
You're right.
John Ratzenberger is in every Pixar film. He's their good luck charm.
True.
I'm going to look that up right quick. He's harder to find in some of them because they'll literally give him stuff you would not expect to be him.
True.
Pixar regular John Ratzenberg does not appear. While he appeared in every Toy Story entry, he similarly did not appear in the spin-offs Buzz Lightyear Star Command or the TV show. This is the first movie without John Ratzenberger.
Wow.
In a role.
Huh.
And they say it's for mostly unknown reasons.
Huh.
No, okay, apparently he's not in Turning Red either.
Huh. Weird.
Or anyone in Luca. Okay, I didn't realize that. So maybe he's just no longer the good luck charm, and they've decided it's, eventually they were going to have to stop doing that anyway. But
right.
It was kind of a cool little cameo. It's like the Stan Lee cameo.
Right.
For a while. It's like, where's John Ratzenberger's voice? Yeah, it's just not here.
Yeah.
He's still alive, to my knowledge, but yeah. But yeah, go watch the movie. It's fun. If you listen to this far and are spoiled, you should know that already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess unless you got something else to add.
No, this is again, it's a very well executed
I noticed
film.
you were getting distracted by socks toys.
Of course. I get distracted very easily. No, wait, squirrel.
No, it was a cat.
Yeah, it's definitely a cat. Oh man, yeah, definitely go watch this. Go watch it in the theaters. If you're one of those, but no, I like to stay home, watch them on the TV. Just wait like a month. It's probably like a month and a half.
Yeah,
until
it's been going.
Yeah, until it comes on Disney Plus, and let us know on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Mm-hmm. What you think of Lightyear? I want to call it Buzz Lightyear, but it's Lightyear.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think, and comment down below or comment, and let us know, and we can be like, we will eventually get around to doing a full review of Lightyear 2022. Mm-hmm. And the near future, whenever it comes to Disney Plus or whenever it comes to physical media. Yeah. So let us know down below, either private message or whatever. Let us know what you think, what your thoughts were. And it's always great to get feedback from fans and So yeah, let us know what you think of this film.
I guess other than that, in the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
And we'll catch you in the next frame.
You can follow Jacob on his Facebook at Jacob B. Heron. His Facebook page, Jacob's Daily Art Corner, where he tries to draw each and every day. His Instagram at Jacob B. Heron. His Twitter at Jacob Heron. And his Letterboxd at Jacob Heron. You can find Drew on Facebook at Drew Dodgen. His Facebook page, Drew's Photo Bin, to see his photography. His Letterboxd page at ggeorge759. His Twitter at ggeorge759. And Instagram at Drew Dodgen. You can like us on Facebook at the Cellcast Podcast. On Twitch at the Cellcast Gaming. On YouTube at Cellcast. On Twitter at cast_cell. The Cellcast can be found at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts are downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us, and also on Podchaser. Email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com. The Cellcast is a proud member of both the Pop Americana and Culture Box media networks. For more information, please see the link in the description. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. And remember, that's Cell with a single L.